All right. You return to the wagon after having prevailed against the Pyre hearts. A fortuitous result. Do you think Hedwyn's already home? You succeed in liberating Hedwyn, who returned to the Commonwealth in glory. Then Volfred asked the groups together. You sense you know what news he's about to share. Everyone, I must apologize to bring such news at this late hour, but I felt you'd all wish to know as soon as possible. The context of our plan has changed. He looks about at everyone before revealing to them the stars have revealed to you both. The stars above are disappearing. They seem to be just fading away one by one, for reasons the scribes alone may know for certain. We all harbor our suspicions. See for yourself if you have any doubt this is so. If this phenomenon continues unabated, we have every reason to believe it shall. The rites shall cease when the stars no longer shine. Permanently cease. All right, so that's a really cool thing to do in a game. I love it. So, narrative. Oh, thanks, Johnny. Yeah, Matt said some really nice stuff about the work that we're doing, so that's cool. Thanks for coming. If you're playing a game, if you're designing a game, in the sense of like you're creating a narrative for a game, you want to establish the way that things were. Now tell us how they are different, right? Like in this game, you used to belong to the Commonwealth, which is like normal society. How are things different now? What created the game? What transitioned you into being in the game? That's the thing that makes the game begin. That's the tension of change there. And then, to make it more interesting, change that status quo once the players or the people in your game accept it, right? Once they're like, yes, exactly. So like in the Burning Wheel game that I'm running right now, it used to be that there was a god. Our game begins with God's death and then changes as we play the game to be like, but what if there was a new god, right? This flow of status quo, change, never letting something solidify as being permanently forever true creates a sense of like dynamic tension, dynamism in the game. Before, I gave you the impression that should the Nightwings not prevail, there would be other chances. This remains so, however our chances now are numbered. The exact numbers I've yet to ascertain, but to be quite frank, there are more of us than we have chances left. You sense your fellow exiles are beginning to realize what this means. I know this must be difficult to hear, but it is not to be a cause for panic. Our plan remains essentially unchanged. We take which opportunities arise and return as many as we can. I urge you to take whatever time you need to think this through. At dawn, we head south to Moonlight Alcove. We can discuss this further then. Now get some rest. Our path grows harder, though not insurmountable. Not while we stand together, we can still prevail. The group disperses. Some whisper, some whisper in hushed tones. Others turn to their quarters, speechless. There'll be time later to better understand this omen. I don't trust Volfred. Like, even now, I think he's being a sketchy dude. Following Hedwyn's liberation, you find Volfred smoking at his pipe, his eyes averted. He looks up and smiles as you approach. Hello, my kin. Excellent work back there. Thank you for your perseverance. Though I was just reflecting on how fortunate I've been in all of this. Not just me, but really all of us who have had a chance to stand with Hedwyn here. Ours is admittedly a somewhat desperate plan. It was vital to me, should the Nightwings rise again, that we should be under proper care and guidance. I would be making insight checks all over this dude's ass. I was just thinking how well Hedwyn served in that capacity. Whatever is to be the outcome of all this, no doubt his presence shall be missed. My agents and I, we were unsure of him at first, especially with Orlak coming back and being like, yo, motherfucker. I don't trust him. A common boy like that. Completely unacquainted with the rites. But in the end, I felt he was worth a shot. Someone like him, sincere, determined, with loyal friends and desperate to get home. Those qualities spoke volumes. Then he falls silent for a time. I have faith that he shall strive on our behalf now in the Commonwealth. And it is my hope he shall find the one he sought. You and Volfred speak little more of Hedwyn for now. You're wondering what shall become of him in the Commonwealth. Yeah, I don't trust him. I want to talk to this fucking Orlak a little bit better. Because I bet you Orlac is going to teach me something he doesn't want taught. Good morning, everyone. We are at the mercy of the stars, and none can say how soon they'll cease to shine for us. Let us recover for a while at Moonlight Alcove and decide how to progress. Yeah, I don't trust you. I don't trust you, you sneaker. Alright, let's bide. Best make yourselves as comfortable as possible for the time, Nightwings. The rites ought to commence again before we know it. Until then, be well. The cycle of rites is ending. The news that Volfred and the Lone Minstrel revealed to you now threatens to disrupt the group's resolve. Those who most deserves their freedom. Can there be any hope for your revolutionary plan to change the Commonwealth if too few exiles manage to return? These questions hang like a fog over you and your companions as you linger there on Mount Elodiel. For now, the exiles of the Nightwings vow to stick together for as many opportunities as they shall have. Many moons pass. One cold evening, Volfred finds you off on your own. Well, my kin, it's time once more. Come see. Soon, all your companions are gathered. Volfred regards the group in his steady manner. As you all know, I've refrained from participating in the rites myself, a long-held choice of mine for a variety of reasons. Chief among those reasons is so I might direct our plan, free from unwanted attention, both from our adversaries and those who would oppose us in the Commonwealth. Another reason is my past experience conducting the rites did not end on good terms. Before my time, the Nightwings comprised 3 exiles, Brighton, Erisa, and Oralek. Brighton, former exile. Erisa, we've heard about her before. And Oralek. Little Tizo was with them as well, still learning their ways. After Brighton regained his freedom in the liberation rites, the Nightwings took me in. A story for another time. But for one thing, I had capacity to read the ancient book. Anyway, when we earned our way into the liberation rite, Oralek was anointed for return. He'd long been in exile and his horns were beginning to show. We prevailed. Little Tizo snuffed the accuser's pyre, thus Oralek earned his freedom. However, just as the shimmer pool was to engulf him, Erisa, she shoved him from the precipice and took her freedom in his stead. She perished, of course. Only the anointed can transcend the shimmer pool. What an idiot. But she thought the mornings were a myth and paid the price. She was always restless. I presumed Oralek perished too. To survive a fall from Mount Elodiel, I was left alone. Subsequently, I made no attempt to reassemble the Nightwings, knowing that such treachery was even possible as part of this ordeal. I frankly do not hold Erisa entirely at fault for what transpired, as fucking if. I hold instead the Commonwealth responsible, for it put us in this situation. Why not blame God, too? Why not blame the fucking people who wrote these rules, right? Like, not having fun? Blame the game. Blame the people who wrote the game. I resist the urge to think the rites may partly be to blame, as well for pitting brother against brother, sister against sister. Now I see that Oralek yet lives, at a time when our plan is already in motion. And even the stars are fading, perhaps a signal the scribes themselves know the Nightwings are divided and they do not approve. But I choose to take it as a sign we must act. The scribes have put us in a set of circumstances where each one must rise to the occasion. The Nightwings and our plan need all the help that they can get, and so I've made a decision, which I wish to announce to all of you. In the name of the Rightwings, and by your leave, I would conduct the rites again. Long have my skills languished in the matter. I must trust I regain them soon enough. While I once vowed never to conduct the rites again, our present situation calls for all resources brought to bear. So if I may be of use, I shall avail myself. That's all. Now our reader determines where we are headed come first light. I don't trust him, but I have to let him back in. Volfred. Haub, Oraz, and Milithy. Alright, well, the next up is the Dissidents. Crash pose. I want to play against Fate. Is that an opportunity? Because I really want... I hate this guy. Because I really want to learn. I want to see their, like... Shit. Alright, well... Let's go against the dissidents. I gotta keep Bae on the team so she can interact with that dude. We're, gonna be butting heads against old Barker again, are we, chum? Guess it helps to know this ahead of time, so I can brush up on my groveling. He then shares what he knows about your next opponent. Barker Ashpose, a volatile cur whose pack, the dissidents, conduct their rites more for thrill and freedom. Back on the other side, Barker never quite took to the culture of the Commonwealth, and often ran afoul of the law for various acts of boorishness or vandalism. God save the rights! He always promised to go straight, and in time he found a certain niche, for he was an accomplished hunter, and the people of the Commonwealth did have an appetite. Barker relished the hunt more than anything, and he spent his earnings on a variety of questionable things. One particularly raucous evening, Barker was caught relieving himself on the foot of the statue of Archjustice Androboles IV, and that was the end of his citizenship. On the downside, it seems he caught notice of the dissidents, who in turn must have observed his speed, ferocity, and fearlessness. He's now the best among them. Barker's reputation grew among the exiled curs of Jomur Valley, where he is feared and unafraid of taking what he wants. Not long after they flushed me down, I was just trying to make ends meet and made a deal with him. In hindsight, let's say it was a bad idea. He could make my life go real sour if he wants. Anyway, I better go pass out. We got a long few days ahead. Doggy rotten. Nice. Alright, you wish Ruki a restful evening. In turn, it's too late to take flight, though tomorrow you press on.
I do so hate to thusly contact you, O reader.
He's like
an awful rumor
God in fucking
that you
Monty
have
Python.
your retinue a traitor
Stop groveling!
to the Nightwings and the Commonwealth alike. But you would never harbor such a traitor.
No, I'm trying not
would you?
to.
I trust your time within the downside would have taught you that.
You rise after a fitful night of slumber. Somehow, the voice, which thus far has reached you only in the rites, has found its way into your sleep as well. You shake free of it. The time at Moonlight Alcove has made everyone else restless. The group is eager to set forth at your command. As the wagon soars above the waking wood, you notice Volfrid appears lost in thought. You cannot sense straight away what he's thinking. Do not mind me, reader. It is simply that being here in this vicinity brings back a lot of memories and gives me much to ponder. I hid within those woods for many, many years, making preparations for our plan. I cast aside my raiments and become untraceable. There I waited for the plan to germinate, so it means a lot now to be here, above that place at last. Quite a view, wouldn't you say, my kin? Alright, cold moat, a good supply of stardust, or Tizo. Okay, we're gonna need to start bumping Tizo up in strength a little, I think. So let's do that. We shall show ye how to withstand the less pleasant qualities of this locale. She reveals various salves and minor enchantments that help counteract the spirit-draining effects of the region. Soon everyone is feeling better. Aw, thanks, Bertrude. You're fucking awesome. Alright, locate the missing drive imps. Oh, and it was suggested I read the afterword. Afterward, here we go. Afterward, a list of terms which you may wish to know. As an exile of the downside, as a reader of this book and conductor of the rites, you're engaged now in a cycle which has lasted since the dawn of this age. Here, within this book, is offered a summary of all key figures, locales, terms, and astral phenomena you shall encounter, either firsthand or in passing on your path. To know the history of downside and the rites is to prepare yourself to walk the path toward enlightenment and then to liberty itself. Should you be free again, remember, reveal not the rites themselves nor the existence of this book. Secrets. Oh, so it's just like terminology. Okay. I feel like we kind of know all this stuff, right? Like, the opposing band is the adversary, your aura is your strength. Oh, wait, that's not what they said. That's not what they said at all. Oh. Interesting, because we were told that the aura was your crimes made manifest. So these are the 8 scribes that teach us those things. Triumvirates, which are our team, right? The accusers, triumvirate, formed by the nomad, founded on justice and loyalty. The beyonders, not a true triumvirate. The chastity, right? So these are all the people we're playing against. So like, okay. And there's just like, all right, so I don't want to read all of this shit. What's the very last page? So these are the stars. That's the last page I've got. Aquith, star of the Songfisher, etc. Right? Everybody's like sigils. So, you know, I don't know that it makes it interesting because I'd still have to dig through it. Putting secret knowledge in here is actually worse than just putting like fluff, because it forces you, or it forces a certain kind of player, not me, I'm not gonna do it, to like dig through all that stuff. But no, I don't have the very last page yet. But that is interesting that the Book of Rites has contradictory information than what some of the characters think. There. Volford appears to have finished sealing some sort of document. He smiles as he approaches you. Hello, my kin. Was just on my way to make a drop. Report a bit of progress. Our supporters on the other side. Report a bit of progress our supporters on the other side should like to know. I see. Weirdly structured sentence. No, see, I only read the book because chat told me to. Literally, that's the only reason. I would have just ignored it. Yeah. It is not clear to you as yet how Volford is able to communicate with agents in the Commonwealth. We have our ways of making certain such messages manage to make their way to those whom they need to reach. Most of the time, at least. It's not exactly the most dignified of methods, but the messenger imp is as hardworking as the rest of us. I dare say more so. Volford offers to tell you more of his progress. It seems he's been using certain imps to relay messages to his agents in the Commonwealth. From this point, we depend on certain other means. A trafficker like Rookie would be familiar with them. Then my agents intercept the message as they arrive. The messages are coded in the off chance they reveal themselves before unwanted eyes. Even still, my agents put themselves in great peril, supporting our cause and the plan. I could not ask for a more dedicated bunch. A shame we cannot meet them, separated as we are. If we succeed in our endeavors, it shall be thanks in no small part to them. Okay, so this is all his stuff with the plan. It's lore I'm not super interested in. So let's go. Let's go locate the missing drive imps. Your intentions to explore the land were dashed when on arrival, several of the wagon's imps escaped. Their disposition toward mischief proves predictable enough, and soon all the imps are accounted for. Tizo also has a nasty bite to show for it. You dressed the minor wound, which ought to heal soon. But the incident took much of your remaining time this day and left both you and Tizo awaiting its merciful conclusion. Great. So Tizo just got hurt. That's silly. Alright. Yeah, so the game's themes are like about reading, but the game isn't a book, it's a game. So it has to incentivize the reading mechanically. It has to be part of the game, and this is a problem the game has suffered from since the beginning. Making a game about reading books is cool, but making us read books in a game feels less cool. Like, write a novel about reading. Fahrenheit 451 is a book about reading. And merely punishing you, lore-wise or mechanically, for not reading it isn't enough, right? I don't think that feels like a fair thing because we're still engaging with a mechanism in the game. The wagon comes to a sudden stop after a near miss with someone or something that got right in its path. At first, you see no sign of whomever or whatever it was, but then a voice rings out from off to the side of your path. The friendly, yet somehow aggravating tone leaves little room for question as to who it is. Hey, buddy. A special deal? Oh, well, what is it? The Black Wagon doesn't provide for you the most spacious accommodations, but it may have enough room for Falcon Ron for the remainder of your trip. On the other hand, you sense a troubling energy from whatever strange artifacts he's transporting, and you wonder whether you should get involved. Yeah, dude, get in. I love you. You're a weird slug man and your goblin dad. Get on board. Oh, great. Thanks, guys. I'll just squeeze right in here. Dad, put your back into it already. Eventually, Falcon Ron manages to get on board as you prepare to set forth again. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, with visual novels as a genre, it's very slightly away from being a book. It's a choose-your-own-adventure with some visual elements. And knowing that, going in, that you're playing a game like that, you can prepare for, like, a lot of reading. I feel like... I wish that I'd done a little bit more research on the book, or on the game, see? Because I feel like there's too much reading for what I expected out of it. Much in the same way that I expected a rhythm game out of the story in Persona 4 Dancing All Night, right? Choosing the way in which we impart our narrative to players is a big part of game design. Huge part of game design. After what feels like an interminable trip, during which Falcon Ron didn't even once cease to speak of matters relevant only to him, you reach your destination. Anyway, thanks guys, and remember what I said, these thingers I got here, you got dibs on them. Whether from Falcon Ron's ceaseless drivel or the ill effects of his cargo, everyone feels out of sorts. Alright, dude. Black Hoof. Oh, good. Cursed. Black Hoof, Black Heart, Black Claw. They emanate with energy that cannot possibly be completely healthy. Nice, huh? You guys got first dibs on these bad boys. But they're cursed. After getting banished, you either... Oh, I see. Either return with infinite stamina or as a fast-moving howler. 100% more stamina than usual, but you can't grasp the orb. Aura remains while grasping the orb, it cannot be cast. Interesting. I'm not super interested in those things. Also, let's sell Gull's Bracer, because Headwind is gone and we can't get him back, so. You got any more of that dust? Potions and shit. No. Okay. I don't know. I want my reading to make use of the fact that this is a game, right? I don't really like games that give you a ton of shit to read. It's not that I'm anti-reading. I love books. I just feel like reading needs to be a part of a larger game experience. In the same way, in a tabletop RPG, box text needs to immediately lead into action. There need to be things that are occurring as a result of all of that stuff.
Welcome to the Math Squad.
She who lives in her name, welcome back. Thank you for your subscription. A Twitch Prime sub and
welcome to the Math
Bregman
Squad.
Also. Hi, hello. You observe Tizo rummaging around the Black Wagon in search of something. He notices you and rushes to greet you. Aw, little potato. He's glad you're here. He was just reminiscing about old times. But just as quickly resumes his search. Searching for something a former exile of the Nightwings once gave him. Growing frustrated, the object he seeks is nowhere to be found. You almost don't notice the lone minstrel's approach. I don't trust this fucker either. I am afraid that it is gone, Tizo. I'm very sorry. Reader, it is nothing that ought to be of cause for much concern. Merely that Tizo has misplaced something of sentimental value. Just a spare bandage, he indicates. Exactly like the one on his horn. What about secreting things away in Dark Souls items and the like? I feel like the main difference is... I feel as if the main difference in these games is how central the text is. So, in Dark Souls, you have to play the game to get those items in the first place, right? And it's just paying a little bit more attention to the stuff in those items. It's all gameplay. In something like this, it's these blocks of text, these long conversations with NPCs that offer nothing by way of gameplay, except maybe slight adjustments of stats. I feel like they're very, very different. But yeah, I mean, we're talking about fundamentally the same thing. What do you have to do? What hoops do you have to go through to obtain the lore in the game, and how much of that intensity of that dial do you get to choose as a player? Tizo here has had many adventures with the Nightwings. Is that not so, Tizo? Those memories will stay with you always. Is that not what matters most of all? Then, please yourself, do not worry about it anymore. It is a symbol of distant past. Beside. Tizo skulks away into the rafters, and the minstrel watches him go. That object he seeks does not exist, reader. Tizo searches for a fleeting memory from his days, the Nightwings of the past. He performed the regular duties of other drive imps at first, but soon distinguished himself. I was none too surprised. He was clearly special. He had grown close with the other members of the Nightwings when misfortunes fell, and the triumvirate fell apart. Perhaps Volfred has revealed to you more of the details. As for Tizo, I feel he must make peace with the shadows of his past somehow. Perhaps then he shall cease searching. You need not worry for him, of course. He's resilient and shall always serve the Nightwings well. You might say he was born for it. Begging your pardon, reader. The lone minstrel excuses himself in his polite way. So Tizo... There's a lot of imps, but few like him. Descended from the most famous imp of all. He's not an exile, he just lives here. Okay. Let's play ball. You sense something troubling him. Something you do with your next adversaries. Oh, hey, chum. I just want you to know I'm pumped and ready to take on the dissonance this time. Sure am, alright? That Barker, he's not so scary once you get to know him like I do, you know? So don't worry, because I sure won't be going easy on him after last time. As Ruki marches off toward the clearing, you notice his grin fade away. In the distance, you hear the distance begin to hoot and howl.
Reader, or should I say deceiver, for I detect another exile in your ranks. The exile Volfred Sandalwood himself, that cursed sap. I ought to have known he was behind all this. He has no love for our sacred tradition. Yet you would heed his poisoned words over mine own? I thought that we were friends.
Can I just send Volfred home so we don't have to deal with him?
Let us return to a more formal distance.
Oi, mates. Look at what we have here. Greentail, is that you? Yeah, Barker. It's me, all right. Well, I'll be. So, tell me something, Greentail. You gonna go against me this time, or keep on being a stinking coward like before, huh? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Wait. He says he wants to fight. If you can beat him. If you can beat him, maybe. Maybe he'll leave us alone. Maybe he'll leave the Greentails alone. I can make it worth his while. Barker? What is it, mate? Right's about to start. Well, I was just thinking, I know I owe you and everything, but I got a deal for you. You like a good deal, don't you? I like a good laugh, more like it, but I'll bite, Greentail. What's your fancy here? I was thinking if I could beat you here, we're squared away. You let me off the hook. Huh? Oh, I see, but tell me something, mate. Why in this stinking world would I want to do something like that? What's in it for me when I beat you instead? I will pay you double what I owe, I promise. But you have to promise too, Kerr's oath. Oh, really now? Double or nothing then, is it? You drive a hard bargain there, mate, but alright, it's a deal. You beat me and my pack right here, right now, and you're debt-free, as far as I'm concerned. Of course, if you don't, I'll be fleecing you for all you're worth. You and your stupid uncles and that dear old mum of yours. See you shortly, then. So, this one means a lot to me, you understand there, chum. Let me go against these guys, I'll make sure we show them up. I'm gonna try and send you home, Rookie, so yeah, let's get you some XP. Reader, my kin, let us confer a moment here. I am returned now to the rites, a tradition I had once disavowed. You act like I just am gonna have... Don't but thou must me on this game. Now that I've donned the raiments, the voice knows I'm here. It's no matter, really. Our plan is well in motion. All that remains for us is to prevail. I shall aid you and the others in this task as best I can. Let's see if these old limbs of mine are still of any use. God damn it.
And there he is at last, alive and well.
Deflects.
I know that you can hear me, Sandalwood.
Oh, I see. So they shoot at you and you bounce their aura back.
In the Commonwealth. You
Blink,
plant your little seeds
blink,
of discontent.
blink, and then I can sprout a sap. Yeah.
Sowing chaos shall not be tolerated here.
Cool.
Now, good evening to you.
Oh, this is just the tutorial in case you want to use him. Well, let's see. All right. So Rookie, Bay, and the Witch are the ones I kind of want to use. Okay, good. I don't have to use them. Bah.
It is done.
Bring it on, or your dear old mum's gonna pay.
Commence.
Jesus! Oh god. Killed both of us? That is a bad start. Alright.
Barker banished. Bask in the purifying flame.
What's the matter, Greentail? Methinks you seem a little nervous. Get your paws down there. Just shut up already, Barker. Let's get on with it. Oh, what, mate? I'll sink these nervous little teeth into your neck, old chum. That's pretty cool.
Foolish Barker was a menace to the Commonwealth and is a blight upon the rights.
Get him, Witchy. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, almost. Oh dear. Come back. Somebody. No! Shit. I almost got it in there. Alright, let's see. Rookie regains his stamina way slower than I thought, so. There we go.
They did it. Extinguish now their pyre. Flung right in.
Yeah, right. Rookie can triple jump. Thank you, Gwen. Yeah, I forgot about that.
The two flames now burn equally as bright. Ah, well cast. Splendid.
Splendid. Mm.
That wing shall prevail at this rate. Now then.
Boom.
Now that is how to snuff a flame.
Feels good, man.
Rookie doused to the adversary's flames.
So this, yeah, this team, like, the like damage is not super present, but if I get the witch going, we're okay. Oh, so close. 10 seconds. Shit. Okay, we gotta play defensive. Play defensive, Bay. Don't overextend. There we go. Okay.
No, you don't.
Get that last one.
And it is done.
Got it.
The Nightwing.
Yeah, it's cool.
Alas, that their adversaries failed to stop them. Thus end this night's proceedings.
Ooh, we did it. Well, we got him. Green tail. You got us fair and square, mate. Fair and square as this stuff gets, right? So my family, you'll leave alone? You said you'd leave them alone. He's all fair, Green tail. A deal's a deal. Now then, me and my pack had better step it out for when we see you and your mates again. And I'll be looking forward. Rookie watches him depart and turns to you as his expression softens. I don't know what to tell you, chum, other than I really owe you one. Yeah, I'm gonna send you home, so you keep it up.
Bless us with their ways. Until the next rite.
Yeah, I feel like Barker wouldn't know what to do if he went home. Back at the Black Wagon, you're taking some time to recover after vanquishing the dissidents rather soundly when Volfred approaches. The Nightwings are in capable hands these days, my kin. Thank you for your continued efforts, given all the challenges we face. The rites may be ending, but we still have time to achieve our plan, especially if you continue to prevail like that. Come. Let's see who we shall square against next when the stars align. The stars yet shine for you, revealing various paths forward. Haub, Jamur, or Liu. Okay, so right now the next team up is Fate. Let's see if we can play against them because I want to advance their storyline. Nope. Udmilde. Let's try to take on the accusers. Let's do that. Accusers. Do we have that as an option? Yeah, we do. We'll meet them at Smashed Up Scorpion Pass. Well then, readers. Once more you shall face Lendl and the accusers when the stars align. We may set course for the spring of Jamur at dawn. Please get some rest in the remaining dark of night. Hi, Ryuki. I'm sending your ass home. As you approach Ryuki, you sense none of his usual anxious energy. I'm free. Then he rushes to you, a return to form. I mean, I know I'm not. I'm stuck down here with the rest of you. It's just, it's like I finally got to set aside this giant bag of rocks I've been carrying around. You know what I mean? I wanted to say thanks, chum, for giving me a hand with the little situation between myself and Barker. I don't think I would have had it in me to stand up to him unless I knew you and the others had my back. Now at least old Mama Greentail won't get any trouble from him on the other side. She's still waiting for a Rookie boy to come home, but at least she won't be getting hassled by a bunch of nasty curs, because I struck a lousy deal. So yeah, chum, you ever need anything, I owe you one, and then some. Cur's oath. Yeah, there you go. So shit like this, like reasons to engage with the characters, makes that much more like fun and interesting. Do I have any Stardust, right? Oh, yeah, shit's getting pretty like it's pretty good. Okay. Carry on. Fall flat or glue hive. Let's go to fall flat. Shut up, worm. Not interested. You and Bay spend much of the day searching through the dry lands of Fall Flat until at last, oh, have I found something? I found something. Ooh, a rafter fungus. Great. Oh, Sandra does have more to say. Good. See, I'm interested in her. I thought I told you to be gone. She's pushing you away as she did before. Perhaps I ought to cease my services to you if you insist on disrespecting my wishes thus. Would that sound good to you, O reader? Imagine not having access to the loathsome trinkets which I grant to you. Imagine those idiots of yours having to get by without my tutelage. I can imagine it just fine myself. I was once a weapon, used to kill an emperor. Oh, she's house serpents. Attempted to kill him, anyway. Now I am once again a tool being exploited, soon to be discarded. Go on then, leave me be. Go about your business. And let us pretend we do not know full well how this shall end between us. I mean, you're gonna get ditched, basically, is how this is gonna end. Like, I feel bad for her, but that's kind of what happens. Here in the dusty wastes of Jamur Valley, you encounter a messenger imp come to deliver news and rumors from the other side. The news this time pertains to Hedwyn, who you liberated at the fall of Solium. He returned safely to the Commonwealth, where he was clothed and welcomed, his past transgressions all forgiven. He was to be groomed for a leadership position of his choice, whether on the Council or the Blood Border, each equally as lucrative and secretive as well. However, he refused. And before the stunned council members could do anything about it, he left them, since he made contact with Volfred's agents and is working together with them. Thus, the ranks of the revolution go stronger. Per the messenger imp custom, the last part of the message was transcribed from Hedwyn word for word and says, "Keep going, I'll see you here." Welcome back, Penguin. You thank the messenger imp for relaying this information. Soon your companions are all abuzz about it. Wonder if he'll ever find the one he fell for. I always thought Hedwyn was looking for someone out here back home. Out there, back home. Do you think he found her? Yeah. That's how it's done, Hedwyn. Right behind you, chum. Well done, Hedwyn, my boy. I knew you could do it. May the boy's spirit infect the lot of ye as it would a plague. A glorious example Hedwyn sets for us all. We all get some hope. That's nice. Yeah, that's right. If you go back, you don't, like, cure your horns. They stay with you. Okay. I've got a bunch of shit to sell to you. Like this mushroom. This mushroom. Now I have a bunch of good stuff. After dousing the adversary's pyre, bearer's pyre recovers fire up to 50%. Oh, healing? Healing? That seems cool. Some of these items are really good. Let's see what else we got. So hers is maxed out, and I like that one a lot. Instant returns, plus 5 damage. That's pretty good, too. Well, let's buy that extra one. Just in case we have to use somebody that doesn't have one. Flame Leech seems cool. Oh, Laguai Taish. Okay. The little imp Tizo flutters up to you. Tizo cautions you has some history with Lendl. Seems indicating Lendl has a personal vendetta against him. Okay. Yeah, the Ashen Coal seems pretty good too. Shaxx 6 shoulders. But he's only got 4 arms. Sure.
The time is nigh. You exiles of the Night Wings. You are returned once more unto the spring of Jomir.
What's pronounced as
Triumvirate you
Shamir?
stand against
Fascinating.
shall be the accusers. Reduce their pyre to a smolder and step closer to freedom.
I'm gonna try.
Now prepare yourselves.
Let's do it. There's still no sign of my opponents. Tizo screeches something, cautioning you to stay alert. But then, someone leaps from the shadow. He grabs at his mask. Aha! Caught you out, you miserable beast. I knew it. After all this time, I knew you were still among their ranks. Tizo is angry to have stumbled into an apparent trap. Silence, fiend! You robbed me of my freedom, my dignity. Your evil should be ended here and now. You Nightwings shall not deny me thus again. Okay, Lendl's pissed. Oh, they have Ashen Coal as well.
Choose quickly your triumvirate.
Interesting. All right, so Ruki.
Sir Gilman.
No, I did not want to do that. Can we go?
Bay. Very well.
Okay, so I guess I'm using Gilman. Can I just restart the match? Yeah, let's restart. Let me try that again. I hit X because I thought it would go back, but it just picked another one. Nope, not interested.
Who shall besmirch
Okay,
the
so
Nightwings?
Ruki, yes. Bay,
Bay.
and then don't tell me what to do.
Bertrude. The choice is cast.
Blue Begale, the Liftomancer. It's a very like sci-fi and fantasy thing to do, to like give your character a fantasy name but change one letter. His name is Aristofer. Oh boy.
Quite foul for the Nightwings.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Shame.
Oh god, Ruki! Shit.
Too bad.
Not so much. Oh, no. Fell short.
The flames of freedom.
Yay!
Too bad for that one.
Oh no, move! Oh, hell. I do like the slam, but it seems like that guy has an ability that doesn't let me do the thing.
Good.
There we go.
With grace.
God, they have so many hit points.
Bertrude plunged into the adversary's power.
I used Tizo like a little bit, and I'm gonna have to probably on the next go through.
Ruki plunged into their pyre. Your pyre burns brighter for a while.
Uh-oh. Okay, go defensive.
Ah. Oh my word.
That worked out pretty good. Ah, hear me, accusers. We stop them here and now.
That Lendl certainly enjoys a rousing speech, though talk means sublime. Once more like that, and we are finished here.
Ah! Oh, wow, we just let him right in.
And it is done. The Nightwings once again prevail. Mayhap the scribe shall simply smite them down next time. The rite is complete.
Welcome.
Drunken Reaper, welcome to the Math Squad. Thank you. We just won. We just won a match. Tizo is pleased you prevailed, but wishes to make a quick exit at this time. Blast, where did he go? Where did he go? That infernal imp. A monster in disguise. A fiend come forth to torment me till the day I die. Lendl storms off in a fit of anger. Tizo reappears once the coast is clear and expresses his gratitude again. If Tizo is truly a descendant of Haup the Swallow, he has quite the legacy to live up to.
Always is there greater knowledge to be gained.
I saw that, Gwen. Thank you.
Until the next rite.
All right. We did the thing. We got rid of Salty Lendl. Salty Ladle. Have you overcame the accusers with a plum? There's a little time. We didn't overcome them with a plum. We overcame them with our skills. There's little time for you to rest as yet. The night beckons, and the rite reveals itself to be a vital one. It's already time, reader. Come see for yourself. The coldness of the season presents us another chance. Indeed, among the remaining stars you see, one with which you are familiar now burns ever brightly. The path to freedom is laid bare before you. If you let Lendl go free, you're a cop. All right, so who are we playing in the big game? Yeah, the dogs. Dogbert. Already are the Nightwings summoned back to Mount Elodiel. Picture the rites as a wheel broken free from a black wagon, turning uncontrollably and soon shall reach a sudden stop. We should have several chances left for someone to go free, either us or else our adversaries, but not both. What is at stake each time is further complicated now, I must admit, knowing we have so few opportunities remaining. Those whom we seek to send back to the Commonwealth, should our plan somehow fail, they may look back on their exile with fondness. So returning to the Commonwealth is not inherently a mercy, I don't think. This is all repeated information, like, we're running out of time. Okay, we're running out of time. I fucking get it. We're running out of time. Like, okay, fuck. Back off. We need them on the Nightwings just as much as we need them in the Commonwealth. We cannot simply grow our numbers here, given the circumstances, and so who stays, who goes, these choices affect us all. No pressure there, my kin. Now, I don't know about you, but I shall go and take my leave for now. Set forth again at daybreak. Let's go. Around here. Oh, we gotta keep going up. That's right. Yeah, Sentient Ants brings up a really good point. At least in this game, they're saying you're running out of time. And it's not, you're about to start the main quest, so go dick around for like 1,000 years. Ugh, God, Sir Gilman or Tizo? All right, Tizo is like more likable over Sir Gilman, so. You make landing upon Mount Elodiel, where Volfrid pulls you aside while the others complete the post-flight inspection. He puffs at his pipe before speaking up. Reader, as you know, I now wear the raiments once again, which means that I myself may soon be worthy to regain my freedom in the eyes of the 8 scribes. No, however, it's not my wish to go just yet. Good, because I don't want you on my team. It's true, I could be of some benefit to our plan back in the Commonwealth, but I feel my place is here for the time being. Perhaps once the Nightwings are on sure footing in their path, my time shall come. Anyway, I trust all of us shall find our freedom, if not soon, then by the time all this is over. Okay. Having completed the post-flight inspection, you and Tizo visit the monument of Golgol Athenian here in Empire's Fall. Please tell great-grandfather I said hello, old friend. I hope you are all right among the stars. You must know why the stars are fading out, because none of us do, and some of us, I think, are beginning to feel afraid. Please grant us courage to press on. Soon he's finished paying his respects. You return to the wagon in silence, feeling as though Golgol Athenian has shown you favor. It's pretty cool. Let's mentor a companion. I'll mentor up somebody I haven't used yet, or used much. Let's mentor poor little Tizo here. Okay, and we'll get a little favor for Ruki because Ruki needs to be ready for the big game because he's going home. So, yeah. En route to the mountain, you pass by a monument to Under King Oris. Okay, look, you know old Ruki Greentail doesn't like to beg, but now I'm hearing we ain't got a lot of chances left of getting out of here. Well, then you gotta let me out of here. Come on, who deserves it more than me, huh? Mom's out there waiting for old Ruki to come home. Soon he's finished paying his respect. As you prepare to continue your ascent, you sense that Under King Oris has shown him favor. Yeah, boy. Who's a good baller? Alright. You and your fellow exiles gather at the foot of Scribe's Gate before an archway carved of stone where stands the Gate Guardian. Greetings to you, Celeste. I see the exiles of the Nightwings have returned. Even as the cycle of the rites begins drawing to a close, the Nightwings accept this as the will of the scribes. Yeah, I think that's a good point, AJ Crit Fumble. The Tizo's character is interesting because on the surface, he's comic relief because he's all like, bleh, and flies around. But then when you get to see the inside, he's like old and wise, right? He's been around a long time. He just doesn't have the ability to communicate, which is a really interesting way to portray a character. Yeah, I like it. The lone minstrel does not answer her. It is no matter. Now, Nightwings, each of you come forth and state what it is you seek. I see you wear the raiments once again. Explain. The cycle of rites is ending. While I do not know exactly why, I have my fears. What really bothers me about Volfred is that he just declared he was on the team. He was just like, I put on the raiments, I'm on the team. Put me in, coach. And you're like, nobody asked you to. Nobody said that you were on the team. You just decided. I don't like Volfred. One of my contemporaries, he who fell from the summit long ago, he lives and seeks his liberty again. He stands against us now and believes his triumvirate to be the true Nightwings. I remember well the contemporary whom you mean. Then Nightwings stand divided. Yes, and so I wear the raiments once again, in case that it may help us right this wrong. Well, so Rekos, he asked like, oh, is it okay if I join? But the game didn't give me any choice, so I don't like it. I'm frustrated as much at the game for not letting it. So in a sense, I'm just keeping him out. For I am Volfred Sandalwood, and I seek liberty for each of us, so that one day we might stand shoulder to shoulder on the other side and bring our freedom to the people there. I see, then move along. The Guardian of Scribe's Gate regards you all and then beckons you onward. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory. What is it, Tariq? The will of the scribes. Long have we both followed it. I think you would agree. In equal measure has it drawn us close as separated us, but if their aim is now to keep us apart for another age or longer, then no, I do not accept their will. You blaspheme, Tariq, and at the gate, no less. The lone minstrel simply puts his hat back on. Then may the scribes themselves admonish me. Until tomorrow night, Celeste. Yeah, it's like it's a false choice. You can't actually have him on the team. So what I can do is just choose not to use him. Having reached the peak of Mount Elodiel again, you see the vastness of the downside all around you. It leaves you deep in thought regarding which of your companions might go free this night as Hedwyn did the last time. Alright, I'll buy all the dust you have.
You have returned.
Aw, thanks, Princess. Welcome back. Alrighty. I just don't like him. I don't like, he's got an agenda, and I don't trust him is the thing. He's too pushy. And also, yeah, like the game put him in a role of like, I'm in charge, which is annoying because I'm in charge. I'm the fucking player here. I'm already the manager of the team. I don't need the owner coming in and telling me how to operate. Now the owner also wants to put on a jersey and ball. Fuck you, Volfred. You stay in the wagon. Okay. Let's give Tizo this thing. And then let's boost. What do we got that's not maxed out already? Oh, interesting. Okay, well let's boost the Ashen Coal. Just so that we have it. Okay. Well, the reason, so for me, when I include a character like that in the game, that's like, fuck you, I'm the boss of you, do as I say, it's so the PCs can be like, no, we're PCs. We do what we want. It's explicitly, like, I explicitly put those kinds of characters in games to be fought back against. Volfred looks up as you approach and smiles. I never thought I would say such things, my kin, but it is good to wear the raiments and the rights once more. How would you know you haven't played yet? The march of time does have a way of healing certain hurts. Besides, the Nightwings of today were a very different beast than the Triumvirate, which took me in almost a decade ago. Ours was a Triumvirate of exactly 3. Well, 4 with Tizo, who proved to be an exception, though historically the Nightwing never took on more exiles than needed. I've mentioned my predecessor, Brighton, and my former companions, Erisa and Orlek. Perhaps naively, I had hoped my time with them would not be relevant directly to what we now attempt. But seeing as how our stories are now intertwined, do let me know if there's more you wish to learn of them. Tell me about... I don't trust this guy. Tell me more about Orlek. I was very, very sick, you know, when I first landed in the downside. The long trip downriver must have been much for me. It was Orlek who found me. He could not have known of my capacity to read before he revived me. He was a physician, intolerant of the sight of suffering of any kind. Not just any physician, mind you, a gifted, highly decorated one. He served on the front. Back then, skirmishes erupted frequently, and those, such as Orlek, they had to deal with the casualties on either side. In time, he said he grew repulsed by what he saw. He sowed in his heart a yearning for an end to all the bloodshed, so he tried to use his status to negotiate a treaty with the High-Wing remnants. It must have gone about how you'd expect. He was given direct orders to return to the front, but when he refused to soil his hands again, they cast him to the downside. Here, he gained the notice of the Nightwings, and before long grew to be one of the finest rites conductors anyone had ever seen. He was instrumental in the liberation of his companions, whose roles in the Triumvirate were later filled by Erisa and me. In time, Orlek's own opportunity for freedom had come up. He longed for it, so that with his exalted status, he might stand a better chance of negotiating peace. On the evening of his liberation, well, you know the story from that point. He and I were kindred spirits for a while. I could not bear to think he was gone, and now I cannot entirely believe he is back. Korelski, thank you for your gift sub to Estwild. Estwild, welcome to the squad. Enjoy. Enjoy your time among these mathematicians. He is our adversary now. Transformed, grown cold. Still, part of me is happy that he lives. Make no mistake, of course, I shall not be swayed against our plan, not by Orlek or anyone. As I have said before, we share a higher calling now. As for Orlek, he wants his freedom. still, although we wonder if he remembers why. Yeah, I don't really need to know about your other friends. Just the ones that have context. Cool. All right. Let's do it. Send Ruki home. My agents in the Commonwealth are beginning to cause a bit of a stir out there, and word has reached the high places the rites are ending. This is our chance. Though let us not despair, should victory elude us here. Nah, I'm not interested in Volfred. Like, Brighton and Orlek and all of that is like, that's... Orlek I'm interested in because it has context. We may meet him in battle. Volfred and Volfred's past, like, if the game doesn't put it in front of me, I'm not super interested in seeking it out. We shall make the most of whatever the scribes have in store for us. That is, say good luck, my kin. It's time. The game didn't do a good enough job hooking me into that, so if I missed something big, that's fine. I'm okay with it. Yeah, and that's what I want, right? You've heard me talk about this. I want games where my choice matters. So choosing to ignore that colors my perception of the game.
Even as the stars themselves abandon you. Make good upon these final opportunities, reader. This glorious age-old tradition coming to an end upon your watch. I trust the fate your adversaries shall not throw away this chance. Choose now who may go free, should they unfortunately fail.
The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is prepared and present. Alright, let's do it. The bent old cur Dalbert steps forward and struggles a moment with his mask. Greetings, good heralds. I am called Dalbert Oldheart. It is the greatest honor of my years to stand upon this sacred site upon which the 8 scribes first anointed these glorious proceedings. Nightwings, we are honored to be in your presence once more. Father, they're our adversaries, not our hosts. We need not be so gentle with them. They shall do their utmost to keep you from your freedom. Dalbert, your son speaks out of turn. Control him. My sincerest apologies for an unnecessary outburst. Almer, please, we've worked towards this opportunity. We must make the most of it. Well, where's, like, Bay and him interacting? That's why I wanted to play against them. Oh, whatever. Alright, here we go. Ruki, you're gonna get anointed. And then I'm gonna play with Bay and Snake Bay.
Bertrude.
Bay and Old Bay. She's spicy.
It is done. Commence.
You can do this, Almer. I believe in you, and so do the scribes. There we go. There it is. Wait, what? What is this you're talking about? This is the liberation rite. What are you doing? Bay pulls at her mask. I think you are my friend, Almer, and so I'm hoping for the best for you and your father. He believes in you, and so do I. But we have to do our best as well, and we cannot all prevail. Only the Fate or the Nightwings, but not both. Not both. We all have to do our very best, and then the scribes are going to watch over us and make everything okay. You'll see, Almer, you'll see. Aw, she's so sweet.
A kind gesture.
Oh, I was so close. Fuck. Scrambler. out that snake strength, fool. That jump is rough. Oh, thanks, John. Yeah, I don't think so. God, I keep overshooting it. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, the imps are quick, eh? No, my doggo. Yes. Sweet. Okay. Hear us now, O noble Jomur. We beseech you, surely we cannot prevail without your aid. If ever you have heard my prayers, I beg of you, smile upon us now. Whether from his prayer to the scribes, or simply Dalbert's resolve, something comes over your fellow exiles here. If they're banished now, they shall not soon return. Yeah, like the stakes are ramping up, right? Because like the great tournament is ending. Oop. Oh shit. I thought that was probably a bad call. Oh, that triple jump's so good. Bye, Rookie. Oh dear.
Oh, you poor Nightwings.
Dunked.
The orb sails forth
Still, we're doing
into
pretty
the
good.
flame.
Yeah, our hope is not. Nope.
Poor
Hope is not great right
Rookie.
now. 22 seconds for her. I know it sucks.
My, that Dalbert still can do some work.
I just have to be careful about not getting her
Just
banished.
take him. And
There we go.
it is at last. The Nightwings proved their worth.
Exiles.
Rather convincingly, I must admit.
Yeah, we did good. We won.
Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus, the scribes have chosen
Bye, Rookie. You were awesome.
the exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free. Absolved of all misdeeds. Return to glory in the Commonwealth. His adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
Alas, my son, once more it seems I've failed you. Father, wait! What good is freedom to us anyway if we would be apart? It's one way to put it, sure. So, what now? I guess I'm just supposed to jump into this waterfall thing back here and then that's it, home free. Something comes over him then. Now listen to me, chums. Don't go thinking you're gonna miss me. They're gonna do just fine, even without old Rookie Greentail there to keep an eye all the time. Even though the rest of you are just a bunch of slowpokes and all that. Me, I'm gonna be so busy drinking myself silly on Commonwealth stock, pretty sure I'm gonna forget each and every one of you. But just in case I don't, be sure to stop by and visit me if you get back there, too. Just look for Mama Greentail's shop. Right in the heart of town, you can't miss it. So yeah, stop by, say hi, you know. So now I gotta go, so excuse me. He drops into the shimmer pool and disappears within. Though you can still hear him going on about something. Whoa, let me tell you, this is weird in here. Hey, it's starting. Wait. Rookie earned his freedom.
Godspeed, Rookie Greentail. The 8 scribes are watching from afar. By their grace, may the cycle of the rites keep turning for as long as possible.
All right, master of the rites. Blessed are the scribes whose eternal wisdom shines upon us through the stars, illuminates our path to salvation. Wait, why did I just say? That was strange. I feel so invigorated now. Yeah, max level Bay. If she's banished while jumping, instantly return to the origin of her jump. Flings the arrow faster. We'll salute. Okay, let's do the throwing one so I can move her towards that other thing. Yeah. Alright.
Until the rites begin anew.
Father, wait. Calm yourself, my son. The liberation rite has ended. But no. How can you be so calm even now after everything happened? Did you strive for this night? With all your heart, Almer. Yes, but it was not enough. No, my son. It was enough. It was more than enough. Father. Aw, what a good dog dad. What a good dog dad he is. Deckard canine. Ah! So now I'm going to tell you about basketball.